adoration to him as always. And I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim Adonai El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very Hebrew language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla ya bụ ọkaka. Ụbọchị onye ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ. Ndị Igbo wee tụọ gị ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe na ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onwe ihe ọbụla nke anyị nwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anakwa akụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịghị ma ruo mgbe ebighị. N'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu, ọ bịa nwere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ uwe na-arịọ gị na-asị lekwa udo nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt kocha wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ ụtọ na-eji ama mgbe niile. N'ihi na anyị nweghị ichi ọzọ ewezuga gị, anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsogbu ụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa ngwọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile, anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwa anya isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile kakasịsi wee gbaa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụrụ ikuri ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala ọkwa n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị na-asị na enweghị ichi ọzọ egwezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwere onye kere na otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị mara onye nke a na-ajọ gị. Ise ise ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much, and remember, in this channel, we bring the message of peace. We bring the message of freedom. We speak up for the indigenous tribes in that contraption called Nigeria. More especially the Biafrans, the Uzodimma, and the Middle Belt. We talk about the plight of the people who are being subjugated and being killed in that contraption called Nigeria, and we will never stop. Remember, if you are a Biafran and you truly believe in Uzodimma Satanic, join the prayer that we are making. The prayer that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have instituted by himself, 150 days prayer. If you have not yet joined, we are on the final stage of that prayer. If you are not yet joined, join. It is not late. It is not late. That prayer is very important for you and I. That is the only way you can communicate with this Chukwu Kabiama effectively. That is where you can know the mindset of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where you will know the next step to follow. You will not be confused. You can see there are a lot of propaganda, a lot of confusions out there, a lot of irrelevant talks that are going out there. If you want to know the truth and know the true information when it is coming from Uzodimma Satanic, you have to pray along with him. It is only when you pray along with him effectively that you can be able to design whatever he is saying, even when he is far away from us, even when we cannot hear from him directly. Any message that they tell us comes from Uzodimma Satanic. If you are a prayerful type, praying along with him in this 150 days prayer, you will know the right message when it comes, and you will never be confused, you will never be deceived. That is why it is very important for you to pray along with him. We have a prayerful leader, a spiritual one at large. It is not just an ordinary leader, a prayerful and spiritual leader. Whatever he does, he prays. Whatever he does is the instruction from Chukwu Kabiama. That's why he never fails. He is never taken by surprise. Everything that happens to him and is happening to him, he is very much aware. That is why he prepared himself with this 150 days prayer that we are still unpacking. A lot of miracles are happening. If you have not joined, it is not yet late. Join the 150 days prayer so that you can know what Chukwu Kabiama has for us and the next step to follow. Today we are going to talk once again about the situation of the contracting corner, more especially the southeastern part of Nigeria, we are going to talk about the show of shame that the governors of the southeast displayed in Imo State. A very great show of shame. It is a very shameful sight to see. We are seeing some videos coming out about the interaction that the so-called mannequin in Asorok, the imposter, the discussion he had with the political elite in the southeastern part of Nigeria, the governors and the Ohanemere. As you all know, it is all clear that the government, the Mohammadu Buhari, did not come to visit the people of Southeasterners. He only came to visit his own clique. Those clique who are paying allegiance to him, who are following his whatever he says, those ones who are paying allegiance to the Fulani Janjaweed, those are the ones he came to visit. He did not come to visit Imo State, neither did he came to visit the Biafra land. He never came. He only came to see his clique of crooks, clique of rooks. And it has played out in that very videos that we are seeing. A lot of videos are flying out there. When you watch the video, you will see that people who are there are people who are being arranged. The real citizens of Imo State and the real citizens of Biafra, the real people from the southeastern part of Nigeria, did not attend the program. It is very clear. Watch the video carefully. You will see what the cameraman was doing. They were showing us closely those they want us to see and the crowd they want us to see, which is the crowd they bought by themselves and forced on the people. The representation was not the people. We never saw him where he went to greet the people. Normally, when a president visits a place, he has to talk to the ordinary people. They have to come out in the street and welcome him. He can wave at them on the street. That is the way it's been done. But in a visit to Imo State, you can see it was from Asorok to State House in Imo State. And they did all the drama they want to do and they left. You see some people saying that he came to visit Imo State. They say he came to inaugurate what or whatever he wanted to come and inaugurate. Whatever he came to do is a joke. Every road in Imo State, federal and local, are all in a bad shape. None have been fixed. Even the flyover, the gutter they said that he came to put, was still leaking. Everywhere was in disarray when he came. But yet, as usual, they came to play their drama, to confuse themselves and not us. For those of us who are from the southeastern part of Nigeria, Nigerians themselves, the sincere Nigerians know that that man is not welcome in Imo State. It doesn't matter the way you put it. It doesn't matter the language you use. It doesn't matter the way you try to camouflage and place it. He never came for Imo State. And the most annoying thing is that these people who call themselves political elite in southeastern part of Nigeria, both the Ohanemere and the so-called governors, are a bunch of liars, a bunch of cowards who cannot stand up to their oppressor and tell him to the face, look at what is happening. They were so scared of an imposter, so scared of an imposter who they see as their father. They were not able to speak to him face to face and tell him to his face what he's doing is not right. When a government of a country elect a leader, they do not elect a father. They elect a leader, somebody who can lead and do things that he's supposed to do. They do not elect an emperor or a father whom you cannot be able to reprimand when he did something wrong. That wasn't whom we was elected. They elected the people of the Janjaweed, the people of that so-called one Nigeria, elected a president who was supposedly to serve them and do the right thing. But in this case, you can see the reverse is the case. I would like to play for you a video of the messages that was being rendered when this man visited to Imo State. I'm going to play this video for you. Playing this video for you is not to show anything, but for you to see for yourself. See for yourself and hear for yourself what really transpired. Because if we continue to say things without giving you evidence, you might not understand. I know some people will be angry. Why am I playing this video of these very useless people that we're not supposed to be hearing from? They are so useless that it is always good to display their ignorance and their wickedness and their selfishness and their stupidity. That is why we play their videos. And I want to play the video to you of what they said to this very imposter that came to Imo State. What the governor read to him and what Ohanemere told him. Let us watch carefully from the beginning to the end. Watch carefully and hear what they said to him.
Honour and Chief Imam Barrister Sheikh Suleiman Yusuf Jabir.
Mr. President, on behalf of my brother governors, the leadership of Ohanemere and worldwide, traditional rulers who are here, Southeast stakeholders present, I wholeheartedly welcome our dear leader, the President of Nigeria, President Mohammadu, to Imo State, today, the 9th day of September 2021. I wish to thank you, Mr. President, for graciously approving this town hall meeting, which will avail us the opportunity to rub minds on critical national issues as they affect the Southeast region. Mr. President, at the heat of the security crisis in the Southeast, you graciously sent a high-powered delegation to meet us to provide solutions to the problem. We are happy that our fruitful deliberations were conveyed to you, and in your pragmatic manner, you directed an implementation that has manifestly yielded positive results today. It is important at this juncture for us to reiterate our collective stand that we believe in the unity of Nigeria. As Mr. President is aware, there is no town in Nigeria that you don't find an Igbo man or woman. Whether it's from Daura in Katsina State, to Uganda in Niger State, or from Ore in Ogun State, to Ahoda in River State, you will definitely see an Igbo man. We are everywhere making our contributions to the economic advancement of Nigeria. With our investments and social attachment to our host communities, it is really inconceivable to imagine that we should support the breakup of Nigeria, not now, not tomorrow, never. However, Mr. President, what we've been asking for, and which we are re-emphasizing, is that we believe in a united Nigeria, rested on justice, equity, and fairness. No citizen will be happy if he is not given accommodation or if he is not treated like a Nigerian. Fortunately, Mr. President is aware of these issues and has done his best in actually addressing them through policy initiatives deliberately designed to give Igbos a real sense of belonging. One of those initiatives is the building of the second Niger Bridge, which former administrations paid lip service to. Which Mr. President is walking the talk. We cannot thank you enough. We cannot thank you enough for this singular project which has an emotional attachment to Ndigo. Of note also, recently, Mr. President, the establishment of a naval base in Imo State, courtesy of Mr. President's gracious approval. I want to inform the people of Southeast that we have a naval base now in Oguta, in Imo State. As time unfolds, the the economic benefits of this base to the entire Southeast will become manifest. It is also on record that under your watch, Your Excellency, 2 prominent Igbos were elevated to very prominent positions within the United Nations network. We want to thank you. Why Dr. Obiozor was recently appointed the Director General of World Trade Organization. Indeed, Ndibo knows it would have been impossible without the intervention of Mr. President. Only recently, Dr. Chuks from Imo State was appointed Assistant Director General of World Trade Organization. These are not coincidences, but the fruits of Your Excellency's spirited determination to support the best and the brightest from Igbo land. In this regard, we also want to use this auspicious gathering to assure Mr. President of the continued support of the Southeast to your administration. You can always count on us because you have shown us that you are not insensitive to the yearnings of our people. We expect, therefore, that the federal roads in the Southeast, which contracts had already been awarded, and most of them money paid for, be completed expeditiously under Mr. President's watch. Mr. President, we are minded by history of the First and Second Republics to note that the Southeast and the North, particularly the Northwest axis, have always enjoyed a robust political alliance or romance, if you will, that always worked for the country. I believe that the political expediency recommends that the known be taken than the unknown. I believe also that as leaders, we should not ignore a tried and tested road. I pray that when we are done with our assignment on this planet and transit to the world beyond, we should be confident to report to our forebears, such as Nnamdi Kanu of blessed memory, Tafawa Balewa, Mohammadu, Chuks, Alesi Kweme, Michael Obara, and others, that we added considerable value on the legacy they left behind. Distinguished leaders of the Southeast, Mr. President, I'm sure that in the course of this family party, some other silent matters which we have already agreed on will be presented on behalf of the entire people of Southeast by the President General of Ohanemere worldwide. On a very sad note, I want to formally inform Your Excellency, Mr. President, of the death of the former First Lady of Nigeria, Noble Lady Victoria Aguiyi-Ironsi, who was the wife of the former head of state, General J.T.U. Aguiyi-Ironsi. Similarly, we lost the wife of former Premier of Eastern Nigeria, Lady Uzodimma Satanic, also the wife of the only surviving minister in the First Republic, Mrs. Simbabike Amechi. May their souls rest in peace. Once again, Mr. President, thank you for graciously being in our midst. Our message is simple. You've shown us love, we'll show you love. We'll support your government, we'll be with you. Feel free that Southeast are with you. You are at home.
Something wonderful. Check Igbo kwenu. Muono. Rieno. Mr. President, your visit and presence in Igbo land today, where in particular, has more than political significance. Nigeria has ended politics of frivolities. This is a very serious country today. Believe it or not. It's led by a serious president. Check Igbo Kwano!
This mic is not picking up. Hold it close to your mouth.
Mr. President, your presence brings light that automatically drives away the cloudiness, indeed the doubts in the relationship of Igbo and your government. Igbos say, Osita de ma, akwya? Osita what? Mr. President, what it means is from today, things will begin to be what? Wonderful and rosy. In fact, your presence reassures many of us, the galaxy of Igbo people that gather here today, that there is optimism for Nigerian unity. And we support it wholeheartedly. I feel very pleased in my capacity as President General of Ohanemere Ndigbo worldwide, and on behalf of Ndigbo, to welcome you wholeheartedly. Mr. President, in many ways, we have to call notice to the fact that after many years of Nigeria's checkered history of crisis and continuity, and the spectacular patriotic role of Ndigbo, that some people always insist on the perception of Igbos as separatists and secessionists. This is a historical fallacy. Indeed, if the truth must be told in the history of Nigeria, Ndigbo are the most federating unit among all Nigerian citizens. Mr. President, generally speaking, anywhere you go in Nigeria, from Ohazara to Birnin Kebbi, you don't see an Igbo man, run away. Something is wrong there. Believe it or not, Igbos are market people and travel adventurers. Consequently, what defines the character of Igbos is propensity for friendliness and harmonious, peaceful coexistence. And this is coupled with a spirit of universalism of mankind. Igbos love humanity. They embrace life with enthusiasm, never a dull moment when with an Igbo man or woman. In fact, particularly with a woman. Actually, what defines us is that we are cosmopolitan. And we say in Igbo, isn't that true? The traveler doesn't make enemies. He makes what? Another fallacy is that Igbos are not united. You can't speak with one voice. Who told you? There are more things that unite us than divide us. What people see in Igbo is the sense of egalitarianism, which defines the Igbo system of governance, based on democracy and social justice. What makes the Igbo man angry is indeed a system that inhibits his freedom of opinion, whether as individual or groups. Therefore, Mr. President, The leadership of Nigeria must have faith and hope that in spite of all the traits of secessionism or separatism, there is no doubt that no secessionist elements can succeed in Nigeria, provided there is good governance based on equity, justice, and fairness to all. Igbo are committed to Nigerian unity, and there is news for those trying to push Igbos out of Nigeria. I have news for them, indeed a bad news. Igbo in Nigeria are like fish in the ocean. No amount or how rough the storm is, it cannot drive the fish out of the ocean. About Nigeria, we must be persistent and consistent. If there's anybody angry that Igbos are everywhere, Igbos want to be Nigerian, or Igbos are Nigerian, too bad. Make your appeal to God. We will be here. Igbo, Kano! Mohammadu! Your Excellency, indeed, your visit, I believe, that we see today a new dawn in your distinguished presence in Igbo land, and believe that on your return to Abuja, the significance and substance of this visit will form a new foundation of a platform for meaningful dialogue on critical issues of concern to Igbo. Your Excellency, the most urgent and imperative need of Igbo is security. The security of Igbo land in Nigeria and beyond has become a compelling primary responsibility of serious concern to all Igbos. Regrettably, in fact, I've said regrettably, our own Southeast zone has recently become a theater of conflict, negating the peaceful, loving nature of our people. In this context, Mr. President, Ohanemere calls for the establishment of a zonal and state police apparatus to support and complement the existing federal security architecture. In this context also, Mr. President, we appreciate the infrastructure work you have been undertaking in the Southeast, particularly the second Niger Bridge. Every speech from this side of Nigeria mentions second Niger Bridge. In fact, it is because it symbolizes the unity and bridge across the various regions of the country. However, Mr. President, the Southeast zone is still in dire need of more infrastructure sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria. Among these are roads, bridges, railways, and ports. It is considered view of Ohanemere that is also shared by the Igbos as a whole, that federal investment in these areas will revitalize our economy. In conclusion, Mr. President, among the things that are important to us today, that's nothing more than the restoration of serious sense. Mr. President, nothing is as important to Igbo today in Nigeria, the restoration of a serious sense of belonging and the return of the spirit of Nigeria's founding fathers based on the doctrine of one nation, one word, destiny. Check Igbo Kanu! And we believe your administration can do something about it drastically through the devolution of power, which will ensure a sense of balance in our political system. Mr. President, you're welcome, and we love you.
The fundamental thing is that in the addresses mentioned, there is no town you will visit in Nigeria without the Igbos being in charge of either the infrastructure or pharmaceutical, from even galvanizers. So for any Igbo man anywhere to think that of anything outside Nigeria is unthinkable for me, because the evidence is there for everybody to see. You are in charge of the economy, whether you agree or disagree. The second Niger Bridge, and try and see what you are trying to do with the railways from Port Harcourt to go up to Maiduguri, and then linking them with the other lines. I'm sure you must have read Amechi's statement and the rail complex that this administration is working together with the Chinese government and others to make sure that we get the infrastructure right. Because I firmly believe when we get the infrastructure right, you know, Nigerians will mind their own businesses. Which country can advance without infrastructure? It's not possible. But the infrastructure was virtually neglected. And you put a big question mark. Where does that money has gone to? When we came back, we decided that we are going to do the roads, we are going to do the rails, and we are going to stabilize power so that we can realize our potentialities. And as a group, I'm telling you this, the Igbos stand to benefit more than anybody because they are more enterprising. There's no doubt about this. But it's our duty as a government to make sure that we have got the infrastructure right. And I would like to be remembered as a person who stabilized this country. We will try and secure the country so that Nigerians can mind their own businesses. If there is no security, there is nothing anybody can do, no matter how much he tries or how much initiative he has. Security is number one thing, and we'll try and do that. And security, then the economy. When people feel secure, then they mind their own businesses. Now, the ball is in your court, in the sense that I try to make sure elections are free and fair. Make sure you honestly and practically educate your constituency, and you ask for their votes. I assure you, I will continue to do my best in terms of security and the economy. Fighting corruption in Nigeria is extremely difficult. It's so sophisticated. It's very difficult, but I'll keep on trying. And I thank God that nobody can point accusing fingers at me, either of having companies or mansions anywhere in the country. I thank God that I try to keep myself as clean as possible so that I cannot be made a hostage. The problem, people will watch and allow you to make one or two mistakes, and then they will make 1,000 mistakes. I will do my best to make sure that Nigerians that try hard succeed in their efforts. I thank you very much. And Governor of Imo State, I cannot thank you enough, but I will be careful with your future invitations. Thank you very much.
Put on photograph, please.
After watching this video, you can see that people you have in the southeastern part of Nigeria as representative are a bunch of clowns who has no truth in them. You see the message of Hope Uzodimma when he was reading his what do they call it, whatever he was reading to him, to Buhari. When he was reading, in everything that Hope Uzodimma was saying, in that very thing he was reading, he never mentioned anything about the plight of the Igbos. He never mentioned everything about the condition of the people of the southeastern part of Nigeria. He denied everything that's happening in the southeastern part of Nigeria, the killings, the abductions, the subjugation, the marginalization in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Hope Uzodimma denied them from all, and instead he was rendering praises to Mohammadu Buhari from the beginning of the speech to the last. From the beginning of the speech of Hope Uzodimma to the last, he was only showering praises on Hope Uzodimma, on Buhari, his father, without telling Buhari did not actually. He was so scared that even in his own state, he wasn't confident enough to bring the plight of his people to the front banner. He wasn't able to speak to the president about the problem of his people. It is so shameful. It is so shameful. Let us take it one after the other. You see them each time they talk about infrastructure in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Each time they mention infrastructure in the southeastern part of Nigeria, you see them talking about Niger Bridge. Niger Bridge, Niger Bridge, Niger Bridge. What is so special about this Niger Bridge? What is so special? How is that Niger Bridge so special to the southeastern part of Nigeria? The Niger Bridge they are constructing, using as a point to talk about every time, is for benefit of that same one Nigeria. It is not just for the benefit of the Igbos. The Niger Bridge is serving one Nigeria. It is not just serving the Igbos. That is the place where the one Nigeria is passed through to come into our side, to destroy, to kill, and to steal from us. It is for their own benefit. It is serving them. When they talk about what Niger Bridge, it seems as if they are doing it just for the Southeasterners. They are not doing it for the Southeasterners. Southeasterners will always find their way to go where they want to go at any time, just as they know. But each time, anybody that comes in that very stupid, concocted government they call Nigeria, they always talk about Niger Bridge. There is nothing so special about Niger Bridge. Niger Bridge they are talking about, it is not just a project for the Igbos. It is a project for their one Nigeria. Niger Bridge is a project for one Nigeria. It is not just a project for Igbos. Why are they always using that Niger Bridge? You did this Niger Bridge, Niger Bridge. And even that so-called Niger Bridge, for how many decades talking about Niger Bridge? If that Niger Bridge, if the federal government have removed their hand in that Niger Bridge, individuals in the Igbo land, in Biafra land, will construct the Niger Bridge. If not that they have taken that very Niger Bridge and put it in what do they call it, you see, their exclusively or whatever, is a federal government project. If they take off their hand and allow individuals to do it, Anambra State, there are people who can construct that Niger Bridge without blinking an eye. But each time, they present that Niger Bridge as if they have done a great thing that no man has done on planet Earth. How many kilometers is Niger Bridge? How many kilometers is Niger Bridge that they are preaching about every now and again? This is what Hope Uzodimma had to talk about to thank Buhari for Niger Bridge. When George Obiozor came also, the Ohanemere idiot came, he was still talking about Niger Bridge. What is so special about the Niger Bridge? What is so special that has every one of you know that there is no federal government present in the mainland of Biafra. There is no federal government present in southeastern part of Nigeria mainly. There is no federal government project. None. Even the road, they say they are constructing road. There is no federal road in southeastern part of Nigeria that is okay. None. The videos are out there. The videos are out there. Is it on Onugu or is it Abato or Port Harcourt or where? Which one is good? All the roads are bad, but yet you see these people come out to boast of road, to talk about road. It is only in Nigeria where politicians say come to make campaign with road and light. Every year they are making campaign with road and light. In 21st century, people will always come and talk about road and light. And the people you call the representative, bunch of cowards, could not stand up to this man and tell him exactly to his face what he's doing is wrong. That is the situation we have found ourselves. That is the situation we have found ourselves. You saw that even the Ohanemere chairman, when he wanted to make his own statement, he was talking about Igbos having a sense of belonging. That they should allow Igbos have a sense. That statement alone shows you that there is no sense of belonging in Nigeria, that the Igbos are being marginalized. There is nothing. Igbos have nothing to do. Igbos, mainly Southeasterners, do not have anything to do with Nigeria. If there is a sense of belonging, you will not be talking about that sense of belonging. You will not be begging for government to give you sense of belonging in a country which you are supposed to be a first-class citizen. One of the 3 major languages in that very Nigeria, with a population of over 70 million, you are begging for recognition in a country where you are supposed to be a first-class citizen. What a shame! What a shame! You cannot even stand and speak boldly and demand your rights in the contraption called Nigeria, as you claim to be a one Nigerianist. They will never claim it. And you see them making boasts of saying that the Igbos will remain in Nigeria forever. Uzodimma said it, and Ohanemere sealed it, that they are going to be part of it. Who are the Igbos? I'm telling you. Igbos, are they the few people that are gathering? Are you the people that are you the people that are supposed to be the Igbos? Are you the Igbos we're talking about? The main Igbos are the masses who are out there, who have rejected one Nigeria and rejected their president. They are the people speaking. Whatever you are speaking, Uzodimma is speaking for himself and his cohorts. Ohanemere is speaking for themselves and their groups. But the masses, the owners of the land, the indigenous people of Biafra, do not want anything to do with one Nigeria. They do not want anything to do with Buhari. They rejected him. That is why they never came out to welcome him. This is the true situation. This is the true situation. But the cowards who call themselves elites, just as usual, they have never ever spoken up for their people, and they will never ever speak up for them. That is why we don't depend on them, and nobody should depend on anybody called a politician in Nigeria, more especially the southeastern part of Nigeria, to say that they don't speak for you in any way, in any manner. These are the people who came out to talk about restructuring, talk about all manner of nonsense. In the visit of this man, none of them mentioned about the issue of restructuring. The southeastern governors came out to talk about open grazing. An idiot in Imo State who called himself Supreme Court governor chickened out from the open grazing law. The killings that happened, none of them was discussed in this very meeting that they held. Instead, they were shouting praises. And when Ohanemere was trying to make their point, they tried to rally round. Out of cowardice, they could not look Buhari to his face and tell him that you are marginalizing the Igbos. You are marginalizing the southeastern part of Nigeria. They can't do it because they were so scared to confront him. You saw when Ohanemere chairman, when he was talking about the way Igbos have been perceived in Nigeria as being separatists, as being troublemakers. Who is the one that perceives Igbos as separatists? It is Mohammadu Buhari himself. Why don't you stand up to Mohammadu Buhari and tell him, why do you perceive Igbos as separatists, as confucianists, as rebels? That is the way Mohammadu Buhari, who has visited Imo State, see every Igbo person. But Ohanemere could not confront him face to face and tell him. They were running around the bush, saying all manner of nonsense that doesn't hold water. And when this same Uzodimma was now interviewed by Channel Television, you won't believe what you will hear. The reply he gave to Channel Television. That means the coming of Mohammadu Buhari did not have anything to do with ordinary citizens in that section part of the country. Listen to what Uzodimma told Channel Television.
Ahead of 2023, a lot of people are already talking about Igbo presidency. Was there any commitment given to the leaders today after that meeting?
I don't understand what you mean by commitment. Our people came to receive Mr. President, who visited Imo State, to in solidarity to the governor of Imo State, and we did not. Has nothing to do with 2023 election or politics or any commitment. We only received the president who came here on a working visit, commissioned projects, and then had an interaction with us, you know. So I don't know, there was no other discussion as to 2023 election or not. Or that.
Yeah, because I was asking that in view of the agitation of marginalization. I guess that also was a matter that was discussed today when the leaders were meeting the president.
No, I don't know who told you that. There was no such discussion, and there was no mention of marginalization or whatever you may call it. But I know that we came out in our numbers, and leadership, the highest leadership in Igbo land came out to receive the president, and they pledged to work with him and to support his administration. And we are serious about it. We meant it.
On a final note, Governor, one of the clamor is an Igbo presidency in 2023. Is your party making that promise? Is there any hope of having an Igbo man as president in 2023?
We are not looking for an Igbo president. We are looking for a president of Nigeria. And me as a party, APC, we believe that what we are practicing here is partisan democracy. And every politician must be loyal to his party. At the end of the day, it is the decision of the political party you belong to that will matter. Because you cannot be a president if you are not sponsored by a political party. So when it comes, APC will take into consideration all factors, covert and overt, and then take a decision. And once that decision is taken, all members of the party will be bound by that decision.
After hearing the response of Hope Uzodimma to channel television on the visit of Mohammadu Buhari, you can see that the visit was a fraud. It doesn't have anything to add to ordinary citizens in that very part. It will not stop the killing, neither will it stop the marginalization. Instead, Hope Uzodimma is playing along the script of the Janjaweed, making sure that they take our land, occupy it, and kill as many people as possible. May Chukwu Okukabiyama guide and save us from the hand of this evil men. May Chukwu Okukabiyama save us from the hand of these evil men. We will never let them go. That is what we are saying. There is no more election in the southeastern part of Nigeria, starting from Anambra State. Do not participate in any election. Anybody that calls you for any election, run away for your life, because you will pay with your life if you go out to vote. Go as a driver, go as an officiator, go as a participant, whatever you want to participate that has to do with the election in Nigeria. In the southeastern part of Nigeria, you are dead men walking. Before you go out, write your will, because you will be dead. And the government of Janjaweed will kill you in order to frame IPOB. Because already, Biafrans are not interested in anything that has to do with the election of officials in that very country from God, Nigeria. What we want is a referendum. They have spoken loudly. Referendum, nothing more. Referendum, it is either Biafra or death. Our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have led the foundation, and we are following his footsteps. What he said will follow. The foundation that our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have led is what we are following. May Chukwu Okukabiyama guide and protect our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Okukabiyama direct our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Okukabiyama protect him, save him, secure him, give him good health wherever he is. And very soon, our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out to lead us into Biafra, a land flowing with quick milk and honey, a land where we will hit our chest and be proud of and say, yes, this is our own nation. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from, and remember us. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.